All right, everybody, this video has been a long time coming, but here we go. So, for those of you who don't know, there have been a few changes. I've still got Enter 360, but I've also got CallTuneAI as a new app I've been running. And through that, I'm going to be selling thermal for both CallTuneAI and the other sister brand, PREYR. So, PREYR, be the prey, or you can be the prayer. I'm going to be the prayer. That is the lifestyle brand, where we're going to have merchandise and community and everything else. We're going to be selling our CallTuneAI subscriptions. We'll be selling some gear like thermals. And one of our first partners is AGM. So this is a little something here. Adder V2. Cool packaging. Back sealed. Sweet ass. And I wanted the LRF version personally, but they were out of stock because these things are selling like hotcakes. Holy cow. The Adder V2 is so hot right now that the LRF version, which is more money, is not in stock, so I grabbed this one. I'm going to be using it for testing and taking it on a couple hunts and using it for a review, and then it's going to be sold as a open box demo for a slightly reduced price because it will be used. But I'm anxious to put this on my 243 on my Model 7, and then I've got a Rattler in there, which we're going to show in a second, that is going to be my handheld scanner because it can mount on a tripod or on a rifle, or be used as a hand scanner. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, cool magnetic packaging. Reminds me of the silencer code. So what do I do now? I tip it back. Oh, take that out. This packaging's so pretty. I like how they've got the AGM inside. Wow, look at the case. This is cool too. Pretty fancy. Wow, nice. This reminds me of the Aperture lights. Very similar with the red and the black and all the gadgets. And here's the scope itself. Wow. GM, all the goodies there. Flip top here. Just look through there. Nothing going on because the power's off. Let's turn the power on and see what happens. English, Dutch, Francais. I don't know where the select button is. Is it a rocker? What's going on here? See, I wasn't lying. I know shit nothing about thermal. So here's the deal. I am from Canada. I was in California for 12 years. Couldn't hunt with thermals. Night vision was not allowed. You can hunt with a light, but it had to be a super small battery, and it just wasn't powerful enough. So that was kind of useless. So I don't know how to go forward on this sucker. Oh, there's a push. Oh, there we go. I pushed the button on top. That's interesting. Yep. Anyway, that's cool. I'm going to have to learn to use it, play with it, and then let you guys know what I think. And I'm pretty excited about it. Apparently it comes with mounts and everything in here. And look at that. Cool. So this is going to go on my Fast Twist 343 Model 7. So this is the AGM. Oh, it's a quick release too. I've heard of guys actually being able to keep these zeroed well enough that they can actually take the scope off and use it as a handheld, put it back on and shoot. I don't know. That sounds pretty wild, but I guess if you're only shooting till 200 yards, maybe even sometimes 100 yards at night, I guess that's possible. But that's very cool mounts. From what I understand, these are worth a couple $100 by themselves. So you can see if we can duck and get that to focus. But you can see it here too. AGM 2116. Curious as to whether you can use that on other optics too. I'm guessing you can, but interesting. So we're going to put that there. And I don't know what that is for. Grease or something? I don't know. What other goodies are in here? Why would you need a strap for your case? You could use it for your tripod or some ways to rig that up. That's pretty cool. Oh, you get 2 batteries. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is a charger. Okay. So I thought maybe you got 2 batteries. If you did, that would be cool. You do get 2 batteries. See? What do I know? 83632 DC. Cool. All right. So you get 2 batteries. You get an angled charging cable. Isn't it nice to get an angled one? That's epic. And then a charger for both your batteries. So you are golden. That's so sweet. I'm pretty anxious to try this out, I gotta tell you. This whole thermal thing is new to me. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this type of battery is something you can buy on Amazon super cheap too. These are standard batteries that you can buy really cheap. So you can have a ton of these and go forever. That's important. That's one thing I like. I got to tell you, what I like about these guys at AGM is they are super... Oh, what? Hold on. There's 2 batteries in here. Plus, what? I don't know whether this has internal batteries and then... Is there 3? hold on a minute. Nope. So there must be an internal battery in here. And then you've got 2 other batteries. That is super cool. I'm excited about that. That's great. That's a good company. Anyway, what I was saying was I really like these guys because these guys super. When I went around at the SHOT Show and everything else and was telling people what I was doing with the CallTuneAI, and I wanted to get into thermal and maybe offer some deals to people who buy from me on the CallTuneAI side, they were totally open to that and were cool with it. So that's great. From what I understand, these new V2 adders, they have technology in them that'll, on the fly, clean up the image and upscale it. Like my app cleans up and upscales your audio. So match made in heaven over here. I'm gonna work with AGM, also working with a few other manufacturers, but AGM and SIG were first to the table. So great guys, looking forward to a long and prosperous relationship. So anyway, this is the Adder V2 35.384 non-all-RF version. And if you are interested in getting a deal on one, then reach out, because as soon as I'm done testing it, then I'm going to be putting this up as a demo, and I'm going to be trying some more. So I've got more that I want to get and test them out. Now here is the Rattler V2. Now, if any of you guys want to send me anything to review or take out to the field or interested in partnerships, here's the address right here. Well, I'd be happy to do a review and test it out. And just for the record, I'm only interested in selling stuff that I would use myself. I've been in marketing for 25 years in outdoor sports, and I've seen it and been through it all, let me tell you. Everybody knows the story now. Everybody's pimping somebody else's product, and as soon as they change sponsor, they're on the next one. So I am going to focus on only selling stuff that I really believe in and that I would take into the field. And I want to share with you all what I am using and what the people that I'm hunting with are using. And then if I sell it, great. If not, that's okay too. I'll still promote it. Rattler V2 25 to 320. Now, if I understand correctly, so the 25-320 is a 3.5 millimeter base. And the reason why that's important is because a lot of these scopes that are 2.5 or even 2, as soon as you try and zoom in, you lose your resolution. So again, I'm not an expert, I'm just learning, but from what I understand, the great thing about this, it comes in at a really good price point, but it's a base resolution or a base magnification of 3.5. So you're 3.5 at 320. Now, if you take a 640 scope that's got a 2.5 base and you go up in power, you're actually going to end up being a 320. You take a 384 scope that's 2.5 base power and you go to 3.5, well, you're already lower resolution than this is, from what I understand. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Now, again, the adders have that really cool image upscaling and cleanup thing going on there. I don't know if the V2 Rattlers do, because the Rattlers actually are at V3 right now, or some of them anyway. But this one, I was looking for something that I could use as a hand scanner, and I said, why would I get a hand scanner when I could have an optic that will mount on a rifle for a buddy to use? So this will go on my AR and also be able to be used as a hand scanner and even go onto a tripod. So I can just pull it off, quick release, use it as a hand scanner, and then if I want to use it on my rifle, put it back on my rifle and should maintain 0. And then I got good resolution for video and BTS or something like that. So that's why I got this simple little quarter 20s on the bottom so that you can mount your QR plate. I think my rep, Gavin, told me that they make a mount that is like an Orca Swiss that has the Picatinny on the other side, so you can clamp this down, take it off, and then put this one on. I'm not sure, but if not, I'm going to make one. So this is the AGM 25-320, and I am really excited to play with this one. I think these I could be wrong, but I think these retail for $1,500. And there's a bunch of jackrabbits across there, so it'd be cool to get some film with that. There's 3 different jackrabbits running around over there. So here is this looks like it's the quick release mount for the optic itself. So that's cool. So you just put it on your Picatinny rail right there and it sits like that. Sweet. And then, what do we got in here now? When I get this open, they child-proofed it on me. What the? Oh wait, they're zippers. They were hidden. I thought it was going to be Velcro. What do we got? We've got another strap. Again, I think some of the guys that are using these as, I don't see any clip-ons on there, but some of the guys that are using it as hand scanner could use that for that. There's a charger, 2 batteries again. Look at that. That's awesome. From what I understand, a lot of manufacturers use proprietary batteries, which kind of sucks. So this is nice. And then a charging cable and charger. Power adapter over here. I guess all you need is just basically a Arca Swiss to Picatinny, which is probably super common, I would think. Then you're golden. So this is super cool. Now, this is also going to end up being a demo at a slightly discounted price. And that's because, again, I am trying to get familiar with all these different units. So this is going to be tested in a review, and then it's going to be available. So stay tuned. And then once I get some footage, once I get some testing done, I can get an idea of how these things work and which ones are better, and then I'll move on to another one so I can speak intelligently about them. That's the goal. So if you're interested in a great deal, reach out and let me know. There's already a few people who've asked, but it will be available very soon. What a great case. So there you go. Keep an eye out for PREYR, and also check out CallTuneAI. And if you need AGM, Pulsar, SIG, RIX, infrared, I've got access to them all, but I really like AGM and SIG. Can't beat that lifetime warranty, and honestly, for what AGM offers, like their technology and everything else, and the fact that they're just so great to work with, they're great too. So those are my top ones right now. I got to try them all, but those are my favorites right now to deal with anyway, is AGM and SIG. And I got a SIG coming too. So if you need thermal, give me a call. I'd be happy to help you out, or you can email me at sdsharon@thepreyr.com. Cheers, guys.